Yay, we are live. Welcome everybody to all our followers, networker, friends, female friends, male friends. So we are here today for the new Now series. There's a special one. Today is the partner one. It's our 9th episode. And I'm so happy that today I'm with my friends here and have two very empowered women, female women that have been inspiring me and supporting me for, I would say, the last 6 months from now, and maybe even more. The power that I've been able to create is the power of networking between women. And when you are a female entrepreneur and you are, projecting yourself into the world of startup or small medium enterprises, most of all in time of challenge, is so essential to have supporters, that they feel exactly what you are going through, and they are there to hold your hand, to listen to you while you are ventilating your frustration. So I'm very, very happy and grateful and thankful to have you here today, ladies. So now, already a little bit about myself. I'm Elena Biani. I'm the co-founder and the CEO of Leah Growing People, where I also practice my family and team coaching services towards individual, family, and of course team. But today I'm more here as a guest, for my two amazing women. I want to give the hotspot now on you, Lara. So we have Lara Tabet here with us. She's a TV presenter, a luxury brand ambassador, a philanthropist, and many, many more. So Lara, now I'll give it to you. Please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about you.
Thank you very much for that wonderful and warm introduction, Elena. It's such a pleasure to be on your show with you today. My name is Lara Tabet, for all of you that are watching right now and I'm not familiar with who I am. I'm a Lebanese national, born and brought up in Dubai. I was a hotelier for over 15 years. That's what I majored in Switzerland. And then I was headhunted to be a TV presenter here in Dubai for the first English language TV station that was setting up here in the region, known as NTV. So I am a TV presenter as well by profession. And then I ventured into the luxury brands, where I'm a luxury brand ambassador for many different brands from different parts of Europe. And being a brand ambassador is not only being the face of the brand, but you also do business development for them. So you help them reach and achieve their goals. I'm also the official spokesperson for the Arab Fashion Council, where we organize Arab Fashion Week twice a year here in Dubai during the month of March and during the month of October. I'm also working with other fashion councils here in the region. I do a lot of philanthropy work here in Dubai, as well as in Lebanon, back home in my country, as well as I'm part of recently I've come on board part of the UNHCR. So that is Lara Tabet in a nutshell. I am married. I have two wonderful boys, and I'm basically based here in Dubai.
Thank you, Lara. And after Lara, I want to give the words to Cardela, another very inspired woman, which definitely has the strength of putting women together in such an powerful way. So Cardela, tell us a little bit more about you.
Thank you so much, Elena, and thank you for having me here at your platform. I'm very happy to be with you and Lara, of course. Yeah, for those who don't know me, my name is Cardela Coulson. Before I have a business, I've been in a corporate world for 30 plus, and that shows how old I am. And yes, now I am managing my own business, which is the RSVP events management. And I did produce as well a platform called International Women Entrepreneur Show. And that's me.
Oh, we lost Cardela for a bit.
Did you?
Can you hear her, Lara?
Yes, I can hear her. I can hear her loud and clear. Yeah.
Hey, here you are. I lost you for a while. Welcome back.
So I've introduced myself.
Of the International Women Entrepreneur Show.
And society as a platform.
Yeah, amazing. So you might ask yourself why I wanted those women to be here with me today. And again, as mentioned, is because I truly believe in partnership, most of all between women. When we are not able to reach there alone, be sure that you can definitely reach there with the help of like-minded people, with the help of people that they have been there already, with the help of people that maybe see the same struggle and challenges you are faces from different perspectives. And this is the power of the community. So there's definitely many things that brought us here, changing idea and surfing on those difficult moments with our businesses, but I would love to go back maybe to where this started. And the question that I have for both of you, and I will start with you, Lara, when did you feel the most empowered as a leader in your career?
I would have to say I felt most empowered when I started my career in television. I was interviewing rulers of different states. I was interviewing some of the biggest celebrities in the world, from Hollywood, Bollywood, and Arab cinema. And you have a sense of empowerment, a feeling of empowerment that you don't normally get in let's say, a corporate job or an ordinary job. So that's, for me, that is when I felt most empowered. And that empowerment led on into my days when I ventured into the luxury brands. And yeah, until today. I mean, that's when it started for me.
We always like to say that, when you are a leader, you imagine having people following you. You're a kind of a guide or an icon, or somehow you are watched by other people. So in this experience that you shared with us of having the honor, and feeling super empowered of you being the one asking them questions, how you felt your leadership kicked in?
Well, I was left alone to interview these very important individuals that have achieved so much in their life. And I had to make the best of it within the 10-15 minutes that I had. And the results were just incredible. Not only the owners of the TV station were extremely happy, but the audience was very, very happy. We would receive emails, very positive feedback from the people out there, and not only from the region, but from all around the world, because the frequencies of the TV stations that we have are Nilesat, eVision, Pehla. I don't know if you're familiar with these terms, but these broadcast globally. So we had amazing feedback. So I had only 10 minutes and zero experience. I'm not a TV presenter by profession. I was headhunted to be a TV presenter, and it's something that I truly enjoyed, and I realized that I had a great passion for. So yeah, that's how it happened for me.
Well, what I'm feeling while you are telling this story is that somehow in just those 10 minutes, you were able to bring also those people more available and achievable to the audience, because they seem so far, but when you get to speak with them, to get information about themselves, their life out there, you are bringing them closer to the audience. And definitely, this is an amazing capacity,
Absolutely.
I feel it. What about you, Cardela? When did you feel the most empowered as a leader in your career?
I guess when I decided to left my job and not to find another job anymore. So I get into the business, which is very, what you call that, very saturated in the market, I could say. I'm looking for a good word, because events management or business like an event is, I don't want to say saturated, but that's all that I can say. So I think that's the time that I feel empowered, because to be able to do that is just leaving the job that you have, that you will earn money, sure money every month. And so, starting from doing an event, so that's the time I feel empowered, because I said to myself, well, even though it's saturated in the market, I can still do it. There are lots of concepts there that you will be able to think about, and just do some events that is valuable to the people. And it's for me, it's empowering. And I also feel empowered whenever I achieve any goals that I set for myself, and with a community platform that I initiated. And of course, yes, just being achieving my own goal in the business itself.
Yeah, and I definitely have to acknowledge you, Cardela, because if it wasn't for your very empowered leader, you know, we wouldn't been able, not even me and Lara, to be connected here today, you know. And every time we do connect with the International Women Entrepreneurs Society, I definitely feel that there's your inspiration and your power as a leader of having all of us there doing what we're doing. So there's a big acknowledgement from my side towards you.
Thank you. Thank you. And yes, as I just wanted to say, I love leading from behind, because for me, speaking in public is not is not a real thing for me. So I just love leading from behind, and I also feel empowered whenever the women in our community achieve something or doing something they love and passionate about. So just connecting you guys and other women as well is an empowering feeling.
Absolutely. And we are so grateful, by the way. Now I have another question, which is being a successful female leader. Yeah. How do you balance and between the life and the work? Because this is something many of us, being women and mother and wife and CEO and entrepreneurs and creative and arranging and dreaming and feeling, you know, we are struggling with. Also for me, this has been, I would say, potentially one of the end results of all the coaching session that I'm also receiving, because of course I'm a coach, but I'm coached myself, because it's not easy to juggle between all the many facets of our beautiful essence, let's say. So what is for you, Lara, what's your secret, you know, for that balance?
Well, I have to say I'm an early riser. I wake up around 5 o'clock in the morning. Of course, I do my rituals, etc., and I start my days very early. So I start my days at 7 o'clock. By 12 o'clock, I've already achieved so much. And I make sure to get what I need to get done before I need to attend to the family commitments. So I think it's all about time management. If you have your time managed well and you're able to achieve the goals that you set for yourself, as well as attend to the household duties, to your children, to your husband, to their needs, I think that's the key. That's the key for me. Getting the right balance between the two is the key to being successful and to be able to achieve all the goals that you set for yourself. So
time management is the key, and potentially also waking up very early in the morning definitely allows you to do much, you know. And I'm also loving that sense that when the city is still quiet, and you know, you don't have this noise, this distraction, this interruption, this 25 million messages on WhatsApp, and you can be so much productive and focused. And I'm totally agree with you on that. What about you, Cardela? What do you think is the secret for a female leader to find that balance between work and life?
Well, for me, I have 3 sons which are all grown up now, and they are living on their own. So my husband are back to being alone at home. So I have plenty of time to juggle between my business, myself, and having just a me time, you know, and as well as visiting families during the weekends, and very easy to juggle in some way.
And when you were not in that easy spot, maybe a few years ago, what you think it was your secret?
I prioritize what is most important. So basically, I like Lara, I'm a very early person. I wake up very early. So I started doing the ritual things and doing my own stuff. And then when the day started, then I have to just prioritize whatever is the most important task to do.
So when it comes both to time management and prioritizing, which are both extremely important, how do you scale, let's say, how do you weight the importance of the things that you have to do, and how, if you have a secret to squeeze them in?
For me, it's basically organizing. When I was working with the senior advisor to the chairman of Abu Dhabi Tourism, basically his days are uh, very busy. So I just have to juggle which one is I have to most prioritize. So the time management, yes, for example, if he's in a meeting and he has to go for another meeting, I just have to go there and say, hey, your time is up. Whatever you're doing, you just have to go. And yeah, so it's basically juggling between your time management skills and your priority.
Wow, I love that, because sometimes as women, I feel how hard it is to let go, right? Yeah, take 2 minutes more. We enjoy so much what we have been able to create that it's so hard to say, yeah, but despite that, I need to be on top of that, and my time is over. And this is such an hard skill, I think, for women more than men, potentially. Because we like to put a kind of roots, we try to feel comfortable, and it's hard to let go. So that's extremely important when it comes to prioritize and manage your time, definitely. What about you, Lara? What is your hints?
My priorities are definitely the family. They come first and foremost before anything. So whatever it is to do with the family, I prioritize that, and the work definitely comes after. So that's how I plan my days. Whatever it is to do with the family gets done first, and then work gets done after. But what I normally do to get the maximum time when it comes to my work meetings, I usually schedule my meetings back to back in one location. So I don't have to waste time driving to different locations. And I know that a lot needs to be done, and I don't have much time to do it. So I try to schedule my meetings back to back, and it's usually half-an-hour meetings, because I don't think a meeting really requires more than half an hour unless you're planning a beauty pageant or a fashion week or something along those lines, something that's huge, something like the expo or something like the air show. So my meetings are usually half an hour back to back in one location, but it's always family that comes first.
That's amazing. It's very actionable, I would say. And on another note, I really feel that the COVID itself obliging us to stay in one place for long really allowed us to understand how much time you can save and how much more efficient you can be if you are, as you said, back to back in the same spot, and you have, being in the house. I felt that it was a call for all of us as women to find that balance even more, because you are here working in front of the camera, and then your child is homeschooling and he popped by, and you feel, oh my goodness, the washing machine, and then and it's so nice to have had it has been very nice to have had the experience of experiencing this, of feeling this, that we are part of the whole. And this is one of the core value we try to infuse with Leah, because we don't want people to feel there are many of them. We want a person to feel that we are authentic wherever we are. When we are going to work and we are the most empowered, successful female leader, we are bringing with us our kids. We're bringing with us, bless you, Lara, we're bringing with us all the essence that we are. And doing that, if we find the right balance, we also save a lot of time of self-management in taking away one hat, putting the other hat, taking away the hat of the mom, putting the hat of the leader, it's a lot of waste. And I'm totally against waste. I'm very sustainable. And I think that this is the hugest waste we sometimes, in terms of energy, make. Instead of us being us, we spend a lot of time in managing what people are expecting from us, what I was supposed to do here. Let me put that cover. Let me say that word. Let me, without being able to be vulnerable. That's why it's so essential to have a very safe environment around us. And as a leader, we have the duty to create safe environment in our enterprises, in our teams, in our family as well. So safety first, because it's only where the safety is that we can go through communication, even conflicts, difficult feedback, common learning, and understanding. So I really, really agree with you, and we are definitely aligned on that. I jump onto the other, sorry, I get very passionate about those stuff. Jump into the other question. So when, Lara, did you realize that your mission was to inspire other female leaders?
It all started once again when I started my career in television. So I would be with my kids, they were much younger. I would be taking them in the mall for play dates, or would be going to Magic Planet, etc., etc. So I'd have these mothers come up to me and say, "Oh my God, you're that girl on television. My daughter wants to be like you." Or I'd have a man come approach me and say, "Oh my God, you're that girl on television. My wife wants to be like you." So I would go back and give the feedback to the CEO of the station. And he's like, "That's exactly what we're trying to create with the presenters that we have on our channel. We want every girl to look at that TV presenter and say, I want to be like her when I grow up, or I want to have a sister like her. I want to have a mother like her." Or, so that's when I realized my role to empower women was pretty important. And then, of course, that progressed with the different things that I was involved in at a later stage. But that's when it all started.
And how have you ever imagined yourself reaching so far back then, when the first time you realized, oh wow, I'm inspired, I'm meant to inspire?
Yeah.
Have you ever imagined?
I never thought I would be a role model or an inspiration to the younger girls, or to even women out there. For me, that was never on my mind. It never even crossed my mind. But then, with the things that started being brought onto me by the universe, I would say, wanting to be a TV presenter was never on my mind, but it happened. Winning the Global Influencer Award for 2018-2019 was something I never even wanted. I never requested. I never asked for. But again, it happened. So there's a lot of things in my life that I don't even think of, but they're happening. So I guess, yes, I am meant to inspire a lot of girls out there to be able to do that. I'm privileged, and it's become like a passion to me. It's become something that I enjoy doing. I have a lot of girls that call me seeking whatever it is that they seek, and I definitely allocate a certain hour or two a day to try and help them with whatever it is, try to mentor them with whatever it is that they need. So yeah.
And I'm sure both me and Cardela, we can give our fully testimonial that it's totally true, because
Very true.
you see those women like Lara, so like an icon, as you said, and you feel that they are unreachable, untouchable, that they are, but actually, wow, just Lara, she's the most humble and sweet person. And it's been more, most of the time I felt she was looking at me more than me looking at her. Every time you interact with Lara, you feel so important. And I think that this is really what made you the icon, not only your outlook or your dresses, but definitely, your heart, that for sure. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Elena. That's a beautiful compliment coming from you.
I agree with that 100%.
Thank you, Cardela. Thank you, Elena.
Cardela, when you realized your mission was to inspire female leaders?
I guess when the idea of producing the International Women Entrepreneur Show came to my mind. The concept revolves around getting women together, creating a balance and synergy between successful business owners, as well as with the striving ones. I remember the beginning of this journey like it was yesterday. I was being criticized left and right with people asking like this, why would you make an initiative revolve about women? And then I said, why not? Women hold an important role in the household and in the community. If a woman in the household is healthy, happy, strong, and resilient, there is a huge positive impact to everyone in the family and the community itself. And that's inspired me. These are the reasons why I'm very passionate about IWES.
Yeah, no, we can feel that. And in addition, I'm also feeling that at the moment we are also proving as women and we can have a pretty strong impact also in the corporates and in the, you know, in the government and public industry. So, you know, everything starts
Especially
from
UAE.
for sure. But yeah, you know, that's totally true, and we need to acknowledge all of us together for that. So we are now tapping into a very important topic for the three of us, which is the networking, as we are already, you know, touching upon the subjects here and there. What is the importance of networking according to you girls?
For me, I would say networking is extremely important. It opens many doors. You never know who you're going to meet during a networking event. So I think it's important for people to make that extra effort and go out of their way and attend any networking events that they get invited to. I know a lot of people that decline a lot of events, and they miss out on many opportunities that they wouldn't have if they had attended. So networking is extremely important. And you know that expression that says your net worth is your network. I truly believe in that. So for me, I think it's crucially important for whatever business you represent. And even if you don't have a business to represent, networking is healthy. Is very important. I highly recommend it and I highly promote it. So that's my view on networking.
What about you, Cardela?
Networking is important for any business and for a person itself, as it gives us the opportunity to meet other people in business, share experiences, and stay on the top of the latest trends in the market. And through those networking events, you will also be able to meet a new like-minded individuals that can share the same values with you, and it become your own treasure community. You build trust, share challenges, refer each other, cheer for each other, and become your second family in some way. It's also a good feeling to create a small get together to get to know each other more, how we can support each other, do something together, which is not business related and simply just have fun. I think that's why Lara and I click together, because sometimes even we're in the car, we will just talk about Cardela. These things are happening. These things are. Oh, that's a good idea, Lara. Let's do it. And yeah, we just do it. Like bring community together.
Yeah, crazingly brainstorming. We can brainstorm for hours, no stop. You know,
in between meetings, we drive from one meeting to the other. In between that, we just talk about something, and we came up to an idea, and that's
yeah. Sometimes I find myself saying, in my family and marriage coaching, of course, you want to give power, to both. To both the husband and the wife, the female and the male energy. And I always said to my client, we are meant to create. We have a womb. We are the one that, make really create, as literally speaking. So as soon as you as a woman gonna stop that, you're gonna stop your being woman 100%. So this is a competence and a skill that is embedded in our DNA that we always have to keep practicing. And it's something that can be enhanced by practicing it. And I always feel that, being around kids is amazing, is a fantastic training because they are so creative. But then we grow up and eventually we stop. But if you feel as a woman sometimes stuck, it's just because you're not creating enough and you're not maybe enough connected with your passion. That could also be, as you said, Lara, taking care of my family. That could also be cooking. That could also be, spending my routine in makeup myself or going for dance classes or whatever. It's so important we stay tuned up with our creativity. And at the same time, I also bring this metaphor. We create, the man is the one who has the objective, it make it happen, and after 9 months it becomes reality. So everything that it's in between, and we are us making it. And this is also so important. We are the one who are welcoming. We are welcoming. We are feeding, nurturing, creating. Make it happen. The man has the intention, so we also have this energy. We have the male energy within us, as we were saying before, when we prioritize, when we time manage, but don't forget to combine the two. And definitely I see networking as one of the way you could definitely create something new with like-minded people, while at the same time you're also prioritizing and time managing, but manage the right time every now and then to network with like-minded women and like-minded people. That's so important for us. So now it's the last question, the most juicy, I would say, for our spectator and followers, which is the 3 tips. We just want simply 3 tips for the female leader to go out there after that call or after the video, when they will watch us a little later, to feel this is something I can do to get empowered now. So we want to start. Lara, you're going to go first.
All right. 3 tips for female leaders out there to get empowered. Definitely hard work, patience, determination, have a dream, don't give up, don't surrender, don't let people tell you to keep your dreams on hold and continue at a later stage. Never, never surrender. Even if you don't succeed at what you're doing, never give up. Continue until you fulfill that passion, until you fulfill that dream. And basically hard work. I mean, when it comes to hard work, the sky's the limit. So if you work hard, I think you're able to achieve anything and everything you put your mind to. Those are the tips that I have for the female leaders out there.
That are amazing. I would love to add a little bit on the word hard, because sometimes people might perceive the word hard as negative, right? So hard, it brings a little bit the meaning of being difficult. But what I wanted to say is that I've been there as well, and I've been also raised by a culture where you really need to work hard. I mean, if you don't arrive home that you are destroyed and super tired and super squeezed till the little last drop that you have of energy into your body, then it means it hasn't been enough. But actually, what I've discovered growing up in my personal and professional development journey is that hard, it's not felt as hard if you're doing it with passion. So if you really feel it's hard, that it's draining you out completely, maybe stop and ask yourself, am I really working into something that I'm passionate of? Because art doesn't mean, as I described before, hard means I'm giving all my best and I'm so going towards fulfilling my final purpose, my final objective in life. So if you feel you're not that much tuned up with that, stop and question yourself. And if you don't find the right answer, potentially reach out to coaches or mentors that can really help you to understand. Because if you feel it's too hard, then there might be the reason might not be the super right one. So you agree with me in that little tweak, Lara?
I do. And I forgot to mention one thing, which is extremely important. Passion. Passion is the key. So if you don't have passion, it's going to be hard work. It's going to be fatigue. You're going to get exhausted and maybe burnt out after a while. So the passion has to be there, because I truly believe without passion, nothing is achievable. You will eventually get bored and you will eventually surrender. So it's very important to have the passion in anything and everything that you do in order to succeed. So yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. What about you, Cardela? 3 tips.
I would say one is focus on your goals. Do not get discouraged on any negative comments. Some people would even mock you, what you're doing is not right, you're doing this, blah, blah, blah. But talk, that's the small talks. Concentrate on your, focus on your goals, focus on your strength. And then, believe all the people that says negative things. So what? It's just normal, And then the other one is be consistent. Whatever you're doing, try to do it consistently. That's your goal. That's your focus on that, and be consistent in what you're doing to achieve that goal. And for the successful one, I guess, reach out with striving and aspiring entrepreneurs. Ask them what are the challenges they are facing and assist them how to resolve it. Even by simply referring them to the people or to the person that could help them to achieve their goals. And for me, there is no greater joy than helping others. Thank you.
That's so important. So I feel so much richer right now. I really thank you so much for the time we have spent together. I'm very mindful that Lara meeting needs to last at least 30 minutes. Now we are 35.2 seconds. So it's time to go. I'm so grateful that I've had you here. You know how much I value your friendship and your professional support. I hope we will be able to share that message to as many women as possible. And that from the bottom of my heart, I really thank you for helping me in that, in reaching further, in tapping in many women, many CEO, many leaders, many entrepreneurs, start-tapper. Don't give up. Keep following onto your goals. Keep following onto your dreams. Follow your passion. Be creative, and remember that you are not alone. Thank you so much, my friends.
Thank you, Elena.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Cardela.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Bye-bye.